Hey there, Wally here. In today's video, I'm going to talk about custom repository or custom repo. This is a nice feature that will allow you to sync or synchronize content from third-party repositories and turn them available to your content hosts. But before we start, if you're not yet subscribed, don't miss it. Feel free to hit the button right now and also allow the notification. So once I release a new video, you will get notified. Let's move it on. Take your preferred beverage, have a seat, and let's enjoy the video. Okay, we are here on Satellite, the main page. One of the most common question is, if I do this kind of sync, like a custom or third-party repository sync to Satellite, am I going to be supported? Assuming that your third-party repository is RPM and Satellite supports RPM repository, everything related to the synchronization, the sync from the third-party repo to Satellite will be totally, like, should works fine, should be supported and works fine. However, all the packets on that repository, if you get an issue about the package, in fact, then nope, this is with the third-party repository responsible, okay? Any package coming from Red Hat will be supported by Red Hat. Anything coming from third-party will be supported by third-party. I believe the main message here is Satellite is an amazing tool. Satellite will be able to synchronize content from a third-party repository, assuming that this is a RPM repository, RPM format. And Satellite should also be able to provide this content to your client. So this workflow should be totally supported, all right? Let's take a look. First, let's begin by the documentation. docs.red.com, explore, find Satellite. This is a documentation for Satellite 6.15. I'm using this version on this video, and managing content is the documentation. Again, as always, I recommend everyone to read the whole document. The main point about this specific information, third-party content or custom repositories, will be on chapter 4, importing content, and there are a bunch of stuff here, okay? Today I'm gonna do a little bit different. We are gonna do this live and together. So here I have my client. Let's run subscription manager config. This one is pointing to satellite.king.lab. And subscription manager identity is telling us that this machine is registered at node 01. The organization is Acme, and I'm consuming content from library, which is good. All right, I would like to synchronize Zabbix. If you're not familiar with Zabbix, Zabbix is one tool that will help you about monitoring. So Zabbix repo. We can get the repo over here. Let me bump a little bit the font size here. This is the main page of the official Zabbix repository, and we can see some valid information over here. One of them is the GPG key. We will need this on your satellite or on our satellite. And also we have the version of the package. So you can see that there are different versions. I would like to download the version 7.0. You can see that they have different flavors of Linux. I would like to pick from Hell or for RHEL. And the version in question of this machine is 8.10. So I would like to pick this one. And the architecture will be 64 bits. This is the path. Like anytime that you see something like this, repo data, underneath the repo data, we can see the repo md.xml file. So when talking about repositories or RPM repositories, this is the top level. Like I would like to synchronize this repository. This is the path that I need, okay? So let me pick this one. Let's come back to Satellite. And let's go to products or content products. From now, I would like to create one product. zabbix. And then there is no GPG key yet. We can add the GPG key now or before or after. Let's do this after. But from here, we can just create this product, okay? Once I create the product, I'm gonna create the repository. So I have this new repository button. The name will be zabbix-agent version 7 for row 8, something like this. This will be the type EM, and upstream URL will be the same URL that we got from Google, like this one. Okay, Wally, there are a bunch of additional information. Should I pick or change or... Nope, no need. Let's hit save. And now we have this repository, which is in our satellite. You can see that there is no package, no errata, no module, nothing yet. So let's just check this one and synchronize now. What this is gonna do is this is gonna go to the third-party repository. We'll download the packets and we'll put this available on satellite. Let's wait for this to start and then we can see some additional information here just about the package numbers. While that process is running, let me go to the main page over here and just pick the certificates. Okay, RPM GPG key zabbix, this one. Let's open in a new tab, or you can save this file. Once you save this file, let's open. Okay, we have our GPG. So what we have to do is copy this one. Oh, this was synced, which is great. Now let's search by contents credential, or we can click on content credential. Over here, you can see that we have no credential yet. So let's click on create content credential. Let's pick the GPG key, paste the GPG key, and from here, you can set zabbix. And why is that, Wally? If you do not do that, what will happen is once you try to install the package on your client, that's gonna fail because there is no GPG available to confirm that that package is coming from this specific repository. So in this way, what you have to do is like two steps. One is download and keep this key available. This key will get installed on your client. And then you need to assign this to one specific product. Like you can see this is not assigned to the product at this moment, but let's do this right now. We have the product. We created this product over here, zabbix, details, GPG key. We can just pick zabbix and then save. Okay, now anytime that I try to install any package from this repository, this GPG key will be used. Pretty awesome. So check this out. Now we have this zabbix version 7 for row 8 was downloaded, was synced successfully, and we can see 80 packets. If we click over here, we can see zabbix-agent. Okay, this is not available yet on the client. The next step is let's pick host, content host. We can close this one. That one will be node 1, which is this. And from here we have content, repository set. Let me bump a little bit the font size. Content set. And I would like to filter one specific repository, which is this, see? We can search using our amazing eyes, or we can search using the filter. Just feel free to type the name of the repository. We can see this is disabled at this moment, which means subscription manager, repos. Let's take a look on -- help, -- list enable. If we take a look on the repositories that are enabled at this moment, only two should be present, like the base OS and AppStream. There we go. We have AppStream and base OS. So what we like to do is come over here, override to enable. Now this repository is enabled on satellite. Let's confirm. If we do subscription manager repos --list -enable, we should be able to see right now that specific repository already enabled. Amazing. We have Acme Zabbix version 7 to Rel 8 and DNF or before yum repo list -v. Let's see this with some additional verbosity. We can see that we have the repository. We can see 80 packets. So DNF search Zabbix. The package that we are looking for is zabbix-agent. And yes, we can see a lot of them. Like those here are from the Rel repository, but all the rest over here, everything starting by Zabbix, came from the third-party repo. Okay. Now let's give it a try. Let's try to install DNF install zabbix-agent. I got an issue when installing this package. I'm gonna reproduce the issue one more time and I'm gonna show you what the problem is. So this is the package. As we saw before, this is asking for a certificate. And then we seen this behavior, like the GPG check is failing. Then I did some double check. Let me show you one thing. Those are the GPG keys that are installed, and we can see the GPG key that was installed over here is 79EA. So RPM-QI is this one. This is from Zabbix, and something seems wrong. So let me remove this one more time. RPM-E. We can now check that we have just one more RPM. This is from Red Hat, no big deal. When checking again on the Zabbix, I was searching the documentation because long ago it used to be just one certificate and eventually 2 or 3 based on the version or the dates. Like I tried all of them, but at the end of the day, the one that worked was this one. And again, this is not anything on satellite. This is how the third-party repo will provide the contents. Like for me, should be here or should be like somewhere in the documentation. Something simple, just saying, hey, use this one as your main certificate or main key. So basically what I did was I downloaded this key. Then I came to my satellite, content credential, click on Zabbix. You can see this is already created. Let's click on the pen, choose file. I'm picking the Zabbix official repo.key, upload, and then save. Let's keep this one on content host tab. And from now, let's try once again. If we take a look here, there is just one GPG key. I added one fancy command over here. Like basically we are passing through all the GPG keys packets that we do have and seeing some additional information. You can see that we have just one, and this is for Red Hat. So let's install one more time the zabbix-agent. All right, we can see the package over there. Now we are asking for one certificate, or the client is asking to install one certificate, another one, That seems that that one is like a bundle with multiple certificates. That should be the only one that you need to install. Okay, 4 certificates and then the package got installed. Okay, let's do 2 checks here. One is this. This is gonna pass through all the GPG keys that are installed at this moment. Okay, this one is for Zabbix. This is the first one. And then we have another one from Zabbix as well. The third one, Zabbix Tools. Fourth one, Zabbix SIA. This one is for Red Hat. Very good. So if you are using Zabbix, yeah, we can see all of them now. Go for this one, Zabbix official repo.key, because this is the one that need to be installed, okay? Or need to be available in your satellite. Very good. Second test or second check is zabbix-agent. There we are. Now we have a package that is coming from a third-party repo and was installed on our client through satellite. Okay, I told you in the past that we have like this approach. Let me put a different version here, like version 6.5 and then rel. And then let's suppose that I have rel 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then I would like to sync to all of them, okay? Let me pick this repository or this path, this URL. So I'm gonna come back to my satellite, products, and over here, there is one feature that is amazing, Repo Discovery. So we can click on Repo Discovery. The repository type is yum or can be containers, in this case yum. URL to discover. Yeah, you're right, exactly what I'm thinking right now. This is gonna pass through that URL and we'll discover any repository available. So instead I go one by one, adding manually. This is gonna do this for us, or at least it's gonna pinpoint to us. So after that, we can click on discover. If there is any sort of authentication, definitely you can pass the username and password. If this is open, like you can just go and access, you can just skip the username and password. All right, we can see that now we have a bunch of information like 6, 7, 8, and 9. Source RPM 32 bits, 64, source RPM 64, source Arch or ARM architecture, debug info. What do I need to sync all of them? Nope. Let's suppose that you like to work only with 7, 8, and 9 for 64 bits. Okay, and this is the version 6.5. So definitely you can create selected. This is gonna ask you, hey, would you like to use one existent product like Zabbix or create a new one? We can use the existing one, Zabbix, that is okay. Again, there are some additional information here, we will not change. And satellite will recommend you some name or nomenclature to your repositories based on the URL. So we can see the repo name here will be 7, 8, and 9 for 64, which is good. I like that. I will not change and just run repository creation. Basically what will happen is the same step that you should be doing manually. You don't have to do anymore. Satellite's gonna be doing this for you. Did you like it? I believe you love it. This is amazing. This is gold. Let me just ask one big favor. Please do not go to the top level of Zabbix or Apple or whatever. Pick all of them, select all of them, and ask to sync, create and sync. Because if you do that, like, first, you will probably not be using all of them. Second, this is going to create a huge amount of job to your satellite server. And 3, every time that you enable a third-party repository, third-party will be like immediate. The download policy will be immediate, which means we'll download all the packets to your server, to your local disk. So maybe you'll be consuming a lot of gigs even terabytes with no necessity. So keep this in mind. Okay, we have now the repositories. We can click over here just to open the repositories, or we can click on product, Zabbix. This is the product. And again, if you remember, we are on Zabbix. We are using this GPG key. So no need to add additional GPG key to those repos because that will be inherited from this specific product, okay? We have the repository and 7, 8, and 9. And you can see here 0 packets. Wally, can I sync all of them right now? Amazing, let's do that together. So what will happen is this will spin up the sync process. Let me open a different tab here. This is gonna show the sync status. We can click on active only and check this out. We have the number of packets, syncing, working. Yeah, pretty much. We can see packets coming. And after that, basically, you can use as we did before on this node 1. Basically, if you have like a rel 7, you can enable this repository for that rel 7, rel 8 the same thing, rel 9 the same thing for this specific version. This is 6.5 for Zabbix. Yeah, this is definitely a good point because we do not have any distinction on our products. So it should be valid if you put something over there. Like you can create 2 products, or you can create like in the name of this repository, product 6.5 or 6.5 underline 8, 6.5 underline 9, or you can change to a different product. Like it's up to you, but I believe you got the main idea of this feature because this feature is pretty amazing. You can definitely connect to the URL, let satellite play, collect all the information and show you, hey, I was able to discover those repositories, which one would like to pick and sync right now. This is the main point. Yeah, I believe everything is synced. Yes, and if we click over here now, there we are. We have all those repositories synced to different versions, different number of packets. Okay, and that's it. After that, enjoy using the third-party packets on your machines registered against satellite. So guys, that's it. This video was a little bit different. The main idea today was to show how to implement the third-party repo in your satellite, like easily, in a simple way, in a way that we can get our content host consuming content from third-party repos. We got one incident or something that was not expected with that specific certificate, but this was also nice to keep on track. And maybe if you get something like that, let me know in the comments. All right. I hope you enjoy. If you enjoy this video or any other video from this channel, feel free to subscribe. Please, this will help me a lot. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.